Welcome to Shelby Stitcher. This is Joan Parker. I am about to trim a pillow front and make the backing for it. I wanted to show you this design. This was my Shari Star pattern. This is one block. So there's 4 blocks on here, 2 with light backgrounds, 2 with dark backgrounds. And of course the stars are the opposite of the background. This is an 18-inch square pillow top for my 18-inch square pillow form. And what I do is I just make pillow forms for different seasons, put a zipper in the back, and keep using the same forms for all the pillows throughout the year. I wanted to show you the back of this because I did hand stitch this with a big stitch. I'm not sure how much of that you can see. I did a circle in the center. I outlined each of the stars at a 1/4 inch. I did a partial circle just going out to this outside border. And when I did it this way, well, I also did inside of the border just to stitch in a ditch there to stabilize it and give it a little more structure. When I did it this way, since I am going to be putting a backing on this pillow with a zipper, instead of popping the notch through, I just tied the knots on the back, and that saved some time and gave me a little more convenience as far as, like, I think on this one I got to there, tied a knot to use up that thread and started some more. I use a big stitch in pearl cotton. I use embroidery needles for the actual needle, and this goes so quickly for me. So I'm going to show you right now how I'm going to square this up. I'm going to make sure that I do have, yes, I have exactly 18 inches there. So I'm just going to move that up just a tad. I'm going to pull this out gently so it comes to the edge of my ruler. That was the only area where it wasn't flush with it. And remember, I just put that new titanium blade on, so this is just flying along. I think having your blade get dull is sort of like getting a sinus infection or getting a cold, where it happens so gradually that you don't even realize it, and then all of a sudden you're just horrible. You know what I'm saying? So I have to put my ruler on the edge of this batting because that was just about an 1/8 of an inch short there, but that will nicely fit inside of my binding. What I'm going to do is make a backing for this, and then I'm going to sew the backing to the front with a zipper in the backing, and then I'm going to put binding on it just like I would a regular quilt. What I should have said was I will put the backing on the pillow with both wrong sides in so that it looks like it's complete, and then I can just put the binding around the pillow just as if it were a small quilt. So again, here we go. I'm going to pull that out to make that flush with the edge of the ruler. Just give it a tiny, tiny, tiny pinch. And I have that end of my pillow on the 4-inch line on my mat, and this one's on the 22. So that makes an 18-inch top. Now I'm also using an 18-inch pillow form, and you might think, well, that's a little bit too small for your pillow size. And it is, but I like the pillow to be really full. And these particular pillow forms are very malleable and squishy, and they're not very dense. I do have some ones with, the word is escaping me. I have some with down in them, and they're very heavy. So that one I need to be a little more specific. So here we go. That's the front of my pillow. And I hope you found some kind of tip in here. I made this all from scratch, and even the back was a donation piece that somebody just gave me. That was a really nice weight for the back of the pillow. So remember to use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more like this, please leave me a thumbs up, and I would love to hear a comment. Do you make seasonal pillows for your house?